You wake before the village does. The sky is still dark, and the air carries the cold scent of wet earth and pine. No one calls your name. No one needs to. You've learned to rise before the sound of birds, before the first lantern is lit, before the world remembers itself. Your room is small. A folded blanket, a wooden bowl, a blade wrapped in cloth, nothing unnecessary. You dress in silence, tying each knot by memory. The fabric is worn at the elbows. The soles of your shoes are thin enough to feel the grain of the floorboards. You prefer it that way. Feeling keeps you alive. You were not born into legend. You were born into work. As a child, you carried water, chopped wood, scrubbed tools clean of dirt and blood without asking where either came from. The older boys trained in the yard while you watched from the edges, pretending not to care. They were louder than you, stronger than you, more visible. So you learned where visibility fails. When they slept, you practiced balance by walking the fence line in moonlight. When they sparred openly, you trained your hands to move quietly in the dark. When they were praised for force, you studied patience. No one noticed at first. Then one night, your teacher left a bell hanging above the doorway and told everyone to pass beneath it without a sound. One by one, they failed. Sleeves brushed metal, feet struck wood, pride moved too loudly. You crossed last. The bell never rang. That was the first time they looked at you differently. Training changes after that. It becomes colder, more precise, less forgiving. You run mountain paths with wet sand tied to your ankles. You hold stances until your legs tremble. You learn herbs that heal and herbs that stop healing. You memorize routes, faces, habits, exits. Pain becomes information. By 16, you are sent beyond the village walls. Not for glory, for errands no one speaks about. Deliveries at midnight, messages with no signature, watching doors that never open during the day. Returning before dawn with clean hands and tired eyes. You learn the truth of most missions. They are not battles, they are waiting. Waiting in rafters while a room below fills with laughter. Waiting in rain outside a gate until guards grow careless. Waiting for one person to step away from the others. The body tires before the mind does. Then the mind follows. Stillness becomes your weapon. Men underestimate you constantly. Merchants speak freely in front of you. Soldiers dismiss you as decoration. Nobles assume you are there to pour tea, not collect secrets. You let them be wrong. It saves time. Your reputation grows in places where names are never spoken. A shadow on a roofline, a locked drawer found empty, a courier who never arrives. You are discussed more often than you are seen. But skill has a cost. You stop sleeping deeply. Every loose floorboard becomes a warning. Every unfamiliar footstep rearranges your breathing. You eat quickly, back to the wall, eyes on the door. Even in safety, your body waits for danger. Relationships fade quietly. You miss festivals. You forget birthdays. Letters remain unwritten because they reveal location, emotion, weakness. People stop asking when you'll return. Eventually, they stop expecting you at all. Years pass like footsteps in snow. Then comes the assignment that changes something in you. A provincial lord has been selling names to enemy scouts. Farmers disappear after harvest. Supply routes burn. The order is clear. Enter, confirm, remove. You study the estate for 6 nights. Guard rotations every 2 hours. 2 dogs in the rear court. Lanterns extinguished at the north hall before midnight. The lord drinks alone after the 3rd cup. Predictable men are the easiest to reach. You enter during rain. Roof tiles slick beneath your hands. Water masking sound. The window latch lifts exactly as expected. Inside, the room smells of incense and expensive wood. He is older than you imagined. Not cruel-looking, not monstrous, just tired. A man reading by candlelight with ink on his fingers. He looks up before you move. For a moment, neither of you speaks. You see the records on the table. Names, payments, routes. Enough to condemn him twice over. Enough to justify everything. But standing there, close enough to hear his breathing, the distance between target and person disappears. He reaches slowly, not for a weapon, but for a folded letter beside the candle. A child's handwriting. Your hand tightens on the blade. This is the part no one trains you for. Not combat, not infiltration. Consequence. You complete the mission, cleanly, efficiently, exactly as taught. But when you leave, the rain feels heavier. You return before dawn. The village is waking. Smoke rises from kitchens. Someone sweeps a doorstep. Somewhere, a child is laughing at nothing important. Your teacher asks only one question. Was it done? You answer yes. He nods, already turning to the next task.